Yes, Cruz, what is going down? I hope that you are having an awesome day, as always. Today we're going to be talking about wrist wraps. Oh, my dog's moving around. She's looking for something. She's distracting. She's so distracting. Okay. The benefits of using wrist wraps is that they can stop the wrist from having pain, difficulties when doing heavy bench presses. And that is the main thing that they're used for. It's to keep the wrist safe uh, when you're really supporting quite a heavy load on your hands. So when to use them, or when do I use them? I typically use them when I'm going to go particularly heavy. Um, so with light loads, of course, this is personal and depends where you're at in your journey. For light loads of like 100 kilos and below, 120 kilos and below, I don't use them. I try to avoid using equipment, powerlifting equipment, unless it's necessary in most cases. That's definitely the case with wrist wraps. I also use them if I'm experiencing pain. So I've got a ganglion cyst. Oh, my poor ganglion cyst on my thumb joint. The fluid kind of leaks out into the surrounding kind of tissue, gets trapped, forms a lump here. And that's when I started using wrist wraps, is when it got to be an issue that was preventing me from lifting effectively. And these actually give me more power, more strength when I am pressing them heavy weights. So yeah, it's a great tool to use. And then lastly, we're going to be getting on to how to use them. Okay, so for this, I'm going to demonstrate my wrist wrapping technique. Get it unwrapped, and basically they have a thumb loop, like so. I don't use the thumb loop because I am a competitive powerlifter. So in competition, you're not allowed to have the thumb through the loop. These rules are so silly, but I don't know. There's a reason for it. For some reason, I don't know what it is. So I grab it like so, grab it like a rabbit, or you can do it like this. I prefer to have it going over the back of my hand and just grab it with my thumb like so. And then you want to get a decent amount of tension. Oh, and the placement of it is also very important. So basically, you've got the top of your wrist bone here where it articulates, and you want to go for like kind of like a two-finger placement above, like that, about, I don't know, that distance above the wrist joint here. So that's when it's flexing, and bam, about that distance there, above the wrist joint. So firstly, you get it on, I wrap it like this, here, decent amount of tension around, and then I go around again and making sure like this, that's too low. It wants to be around that height, and then around again, and then around again, and again. Each time you put it around, you want to take the slack out. These are elasticated. Around again to here. Oh, that's gotten loose. That's gotten loose. This is a very poor demonstration. Now I'm going to get into what many people do. And it's what I do if I've lost the tension, is I actually grab it like so in the other hand. Then I wrap it around. And this is how you get maximal tension in your wrist wrap. And more tension every rotation. Around, and down. So now the wrist is wrapped, and you want to have a fist when you're wrapping. I don't know if I had a fist then. Maybe I messed up a little bit. You want to have a fist, and this actually, like, this is the natural position my hand is now in. It does not want to open, so it enhances your grip when you're benching. You can even use these for deadlifting if you're having grip issues. It keeps the hand in this position. Now I am using effort to open my hand to there. That is mad effort. So that's the position it's in, as you can see. And basically, what a test you can do, try and bend your hand this way. And you don't want it to bend that way. And this way, it doesn't bend that way. Now, this is a nicely wrapped wrist. And then the bar sits diagonally from here up to here, diagonally across the palm of the hand. And I always go for a monkey grip or a suicide grip. Don't call it that. Don't think about suicide and death and like all these things, that injury and all that type of shit. Don't think about that when you're lifting. So I call it a monkey grip instead. Monkey's far better than suicide to have on your mind when you're lifting. My hand is starting to get a bit, it's starting to feel like I want to take this off now. And so basically the weight pushes it back and it keeps you supported. It can add extra kilos onto your lift and just provide extra security. And if I've got the pain here in my thumb joint, I don't experience any pain when I am benching wearing my wrist wraps. So here is a quick overview of how I use my wrist wraps. They're a great tool to have in your kit. And yeah, if you've got wrist issues when you're benching, get yourself some wrist wraps and you will have the pain alleviated. You can negate that issue and lift some heavy loads. So for me today, this is it. This is the end of the video. So for all of y'all, till next time, catch you later. Peace.